Thank you very much. Thank you, NEDA for the invitation. It's a pleasure to talk about our volunteerism story. But before that, let me share some trivia and discoveries about STA Back Center, about our volunteers. Did you know that no volunteers got COVID? What we received were virus of generosity and friendship. We were able to deliver more than 15,000 jobs in span of 4 months. We're also able to reach out the vulnerable population, the women of reproductive age, during our RH COVID barangay campaigns. And during our journey, we started to witness new unsung heroes and leaders emerging. We discovered new allies for God's call to mission. We discovered new friends, young ones, whose heart is for service and helping others. We discovered our deeper sense of purpose during the pandemic. And lastly, we found God in every person that we serve. Friends and fellow volunteers, I am Dr. Miel Nora. This is our story, the story of partnership and resiliency for COVID-19. St. Thomas Academy Alumni Association is a local organization based in the city of Santo Tomas, Batangas, born in July 2019. Originally formed for 100-year celebration of our alma mater, St. Thomas Academy. The members and officers allowed and decided to have it officially registered with SEC in September 2019 to serve a higher purpose and to reach the maximum potential of the organization. The organization lives and is guided by simple taglines to celebrate life and help lives through projects and programs that will inspire the Tomasian families and their community regardless of their residency, gender, religion, culture, affiliation. In 2021, during the pandemic, we responded to the call. That is to lead the local Bayanihan Bakunhan in Santo Tomas City, the first in the region's public and private collaboration to accelerate vaccination and help stop COVID-19 from spreading. The STAAI Alumni Association was awarded as the regional and eventually the national COVID-19 volunteer organization of the Philippines. The rest is history. Why did we volunteer? Santo Tomas was among the top 3 cities in the province of Batangas with the highest number of COVID-19. We were not comfortable sitting and observing of what will happen next. We need to step up, make some noise. We need to bring the message across that LGU needs partner, and we are here to help. Among our peers in the Alumni Association, there were opposition who told us addressing COVID-19 through vaccination is a difficult task and we cannot do it. But we are glad there are some believers who also have the heart to serve, just looking for platforms to take off. Our families and fellow alumni were all confused during that time. They are faced with physical and structural barriers and accessing services and information such as whom to contact, where do we get financial assistance. We were discriminated as health workers. The receiver of the call lacks empathy. There was a delayed support during the time of quarantine or isolation. Where are the birds? They do not monitor us. These were the faces of our fellow alumni during the COVID-19 pandemic. We look at the whole picture and we propose an 8-point agenda where we can be of help to the local government unit. It was a waiting game until they finally realized we need you, and we did not say no. It was like dive, swim, and do-it-yourself approach. But we did not retract. There was a problem and people were dying and we need to step up. In the screen are the 8-point agenda, and we call it Educate One, Save One, and Protect One. As volunteers, our aims and dreams were simple. We want to strengthen and revisit the current programs and strategies of our local government unit. We even propose progress markers so that they will measure how they are progressing. We also dream that Santo Tomas will be a public health service leader in Batangas. We want to partake in the stress debriefing of our IATF frontliners and others who are engaged in COVID-19 implementation. And we want to document and celebrate success of Educate One, Protect One, and Save One through Adapt a Barangay and addressing COVID-19 at the community level. Through our partnership and collaboration, we were able to help the local government unit realize that we can do it better together. They should acknowledge the significance of the NGOs and civil society groups during public health emergency, and they must be given a space for people's initiative by encouraging them to take part from planning, implementation, and monitoring. They must not see the NGOs, the CS groups as competitors, but allies in community development and pandemic response. We also propose that there should be an established and good information system, a data-driven system during planning that leads to a focused, strategic, and successful response. As a result, we were able to deliver more than 15,000 jobs. We were able to mobilize more than 20 NGOs, CSOs, society groups, and fraternities, and we were able to improve the system in delivering the vaccination program. In moving forward, may this story of partnership resiliency, we dream that this will be adopted by our newly elected officials, but we continue to lobby that they use data in times of planning and improving their system, and establish a council for people's initiative to help them. As a result of our partnership and collaboration, both the LGU and STAAAI Alumni Association emerged as winners. LGU got the Golden Job Award, while STAAAI Alumni Association was recognized locally and awarded 100,000 by the LGU. We were recognized by NEDA as the Regional Outstanding Volunteer Organization and eventually as the National COVID-19 Volunteer Organization of the Philippines. Prayer is action in love, and love in action is service. We try to give unconditionally whatever the needs of the Tomasinos during the time of pandemic. Every time that we start our vaccination program or any activities, we always remind the volunteers that we have two hands, one to help ourselves and one to help others. But we also give them a reflection, a question that they should answer from their heart. Is your volunteer work to praise yourself or to praise God by lifting others? This can be answered deep within us. Thank you again. I'm Dr. Miel Nora. Together with ST Alumni Association, we are the Stronger Alumni. And congratulations to all the nominees and winners of this year's Regional Awardee for Volunteers. Magandang umaga at mabuhay po tayong lahat. You can contact us through centenario2019@gmail.com or email me at mielnor@gmail.com and follow us at Facebook with the handle of STAALUMS. Magandang umaga at marami pong salamat sa lahat.